On September 7th, 2001, Bikini Bottom encountered a troubling paranormal disturbance when a local octopus, Squidward Tentacles, and those around him unknowingly encountered his supernatural double.
Hello, Squiddy!
Witnesses believe that this double had its own life, its own image, and its own identity, taking on the name Squilliam Fancy Son.
Squilliam Fancy Son?
But top paranormal scientists now believe that Squilliam Fancy Son never actually existed. What's seen here is believed to be a rare sighting of a doppelganger. A doppelganger is a spectral apparition of an exact copy of oneself, usually foretelling the original's imminent doom. While the doppelganger legend can be traced back to Germanic folklore, variations of doppelgangers going by different names can be found in the history of countless other cultures across the world. Queen Elizabeth I, Abraham Lincoln, and now Squidward Tentacles. All three historical figures have reported seeing their own doppelgangers, beings who looked identical to themselves. And shortly after each sighting, all three of them were met with a terrible tragedy. Squidward's doppelganger isn't the only sighting of such an apparition in Bikini Bottom. In fact, eerie apparitions of one's double have been reported all over the city. Consider that there have been more reported doppelganger sightings in Bikini Bottom than any other city in the ocean, leading some paranormal scientists to believe that Bikini Bottom itself acts as a sort of paranormal beacon, drawing in paranormal beings to come and do paranormal things. But how can we be sure Squilliam was such an apparition? The evidence is overwhelming. While the first and most obvious clue is the doppelganger's signature feature, looking identical to its original.
That's right! I'm living your dreams, Squidward.
Most octopi are known for having 8 limbs. But Squidward Tentacles was unique for only having 6. So it was no coincidence that Squilliam Fancy Son had the same exact number of limbs. While many believe the robe and the unibrow prove that Squilliam is in fact a different octopus, top paranormal scientists believe otherwise. While looking carefully through this footage of Squidward's morning routine, top paranormal scientists using top paranormal robe comparing technology made a startling discovery. Squilliam's maroon robe was identical to a robe belonging to Squidward. But among all of the strangeness that surrounded Squidward's doppelganger, it was the unibrow that caused most paranormal scientists to raise an eyebrow. While many claimed that Squilliam in fact did look different than Squidward, without his signature unibrow, every feature was identical.
I'm a cashier too!
I'm a cashew too.
In fact, the doppelganger was even reported to sometimes depict itself without the unibrow, as if even it was aware that the unibrow was only a ruse, a trick, a disguise. When top paranormal scientists investigated the unibrow, its origins were quite obvious. It was the ghost of Mr. Krabs' former mustache. But what remains a mystery to this day is how a doppelganger was intelligent enough to wear a disguise and fool the entire city of Bikini Bottom. Were these supernatural anomalies evolving, crossing the line between spectral anomaly and sentient being? Over the next 7 years, Squidward's doppelganger was sighted several more times, and each sighting was followed by a near-death experience for the original Squidward Tentacles. But then, in February of 2010, he was sighted in the flesh for the last time, in an alternate reality created by time travel, as reported by a local sponge named SpongeBob SquarePants, who wishes to remain anonymous. Could this shed some light on where doppelgangers come from? Could this be the one piece of the puzzle that top paranormal scientists need to finally uncover the origins of these mysterious beings? That question remains unanswered. Because after the doppelganger was seen in the alternate timeline, he was never sighted again. Was this doppelganger aware that top paranormal scientists were investigating him? Did being spotted in his home dimension bring us too close to the truth about his kind, forcing him to stop appearing in Bikini Bottom? Or is he just biding his time, letting Squidward Tentacles, the original, fall into a false sense of security before he returns one last time to bring misfortune onto its unwilling host? But the more important question is, could you be next? On the next episode of Bikini Bottom Inquirer, Mr. Krabs, restaurant owner or secret robot overlord, and the story of one fish who married his boo-boo keys.
Boo-boo keys!